Hello and good morning. Guess what? We're in week 8. Let's take a look here. Before we get started, today is 2/26. Make sure you put your name, date, and period. Also, retest sign up. The sign up sheet is right here. Let me show it to you. You must put your period neatly. I need to be able to read it. You must print your name. You check if you want test number 1 or test number 2. And if you want them both, put them both. And then you need to initial it, just with your initials. Okay? Make sure you print it. Make sure you put what period and what test you need. It's going to be on the wall. All right, let's take a look here. Well, to solve these equations, what you're going to do is draw a line and subtract 5 from both sides. So this cancels. So you're going to get 2x is equal to 5, and then divide by 2. And there you go. And you're done. That's all there is to it. This one right here is the same exact problem, only it's called a literal. Write that down. Literal equation, because it's all variables. So, draw a line. Circle your variable you want to get by itself. Subtract b. Remember, the number or letter with the variable you're trying to solve for is last. So now you're going to get mx is equal to c minus b, and then you divide by m, and then you're done. And that's it. That's called literal equation. And you need to know that. This one right here, draw a line. All you got to do is get rid of this. You're getting rid of the whole thing. So this is what you need to know. If you get rid of the whole thing, you add or subtract. If you get rid of part, you multiply or divide. So copy that down. So here you're getting rid of the whole mx. This is a plus, so you want to do a minus mx. This cancels. So you get b is equal to c minus mx. And there it is, c minus mx. Okay? All right, this next one right here, well, what I would do first is get rid of that c, draw your line, subtract c. So you're going to get mx over y is equal to b minus c. Now you're dividing by y, so I would multiply by y. So put parentheses around there like that. And then you want to divide by m, and then you're done. Okay? Pretty simple. This one right here, the whole thing is divided by y. So what I would do is first multiply by y to get rid of it. When you multiply by y, you get this. And then you want to subtract c, and then you want to divide by m, and then you're done. There it is. And that's called literal equations. We're going to watch a video on literal equations, and then you're going to have a worksheet. And your worksheet looks like this. And again, if you can't find it in that folder and you're out, you can always copy it down. Make sure you label it as worksheet A. Again, retest sign up is going to be on the wall. If you fail to sign up by Thursday, it will be too late. I'll give you till Thursday. All right, let's turn our attention now to college algebra. Okay, now, to work college algebra, this says elimination here. All right, so before we get started, let's talk about a few things. The first thing is you have retest sign up. It's going to be on the wall. And you must follow this. You must have the period. You must print your name. Put a check for whichever test you want. You can do both if you want to. And make sure you initial it. If you fail to sign up, you will not be allowed to take the test. You have till Thursday to sign up. Okay? And it must be where I can read it. So make sure you print. Okay? All right. Enough of that. Put your name, date, and period, and today is 2/26, 24. Okay, here we go. Let's talk about elimination. Well, to do elimination, you draw a line. You could go after this with 14, multiply by 2, multiply by 7. But we're going to go after this one right here. We're going to multiply this one by 3. but we want a negative 3. So a negative 3 times this one is going to give me a positive 21x. But this one is going to give me a negative 3y, which is what I want. A negative times a negative, that's 2 negatives, so that's going to be a positive. 3 times 9 is 27, carry my 2. 3, 4, 5. I'm going to say 57, and that's what I get. This is an x. So I'm going to copy down the next equation right here. Okay, now this cancels, and that was by design, and that's by elimination. This, I think, is 19x is equal to whatever that is. So 57, let's just borrow. So that's 8 right here. So that's going to be an 8. And then this is going to be a 38. And I think it's going to go twice. So x is equal to 2. And then you pick whichever equation you want to find y. I'm going to go after this one. So I'm going to say negative 7 times x, which is 2, plus y is equal to negative 19. So I'm going to get a negative 14. So I'm going to add 14 to both sides. And when I add 14 here, let me think. That's going to give me 5, I guess. A negative 5. And you might want to show your work just to avoid any problems here. This one right here, what you want to do is first line up your x's and y's. So you got to move this x over here. It's going to change to a positive. Okay, this one right here, I'm going to move the y over, and that's going to change to a negative. Like that. And then you work it out. I would multiply this one by 7, this whole thing by 7, and work it out. Okay? Now, today we're going to watch a video on solving equations with 3 variables. And today you have a worksheet, and the worksheet looks like this. So I'm going to put video at this point. And you might say, well, where's numbers 1 through 4? I skipped those. Okay? So you can draw like a broken line right here. Okay? And then there they are right there. Now this says elimination or substitution. Okay? I want you to try elimination. If you'd rather substitution for some of them, I guess go ahead. Here are all the answers down here, and here's side 2. And if you can't be with me or you can't find the worksheet in the folder, you can always copy them down off the video. All right, have a good morning, and I'll see you guys in class.